towards Windrunner. I don't think she actually meant to run that close to it. Bouncing Sun does go off there, but Wishlock is going to take a lot of damage if he's not actually careful here. And he won't be able to harass anymore, but that's why you have consumables. And that is our lanes for this GosuGamers qualifier semi-final. As I managed to actually pull the frog out of my throat. Morphling now aggressive on that bottom lane once again, forcing Windrunner back then. Windrunner is munching on a tango and quite happy to run herself back into that lane and force that Morphling back. And it's really great to see Windrunner being aggressive here, realising it's a dual lane. Sven's actually coming down to do something about that one. But to actually be able to push as hard as he actually is at the moment, like, I'm actually really loving his confidence.
Yeah, I mean, I think Seven should stick to bottom lane a lot more and allow the Morphling to have a much easier time. Because you have to understand...
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Okay, one initial stun. Wishlock's already dropped his stun. Sven now comes through. Stormbolt goes off. Morphling just needs a wave, and he's actually got this kill. And doesn't. Not enough mana. He was short on mana and couldn't actually get the final hit there on Windrunner. And Windrunner moves back past the lane, munches on a tango, and one failed timing coming out there. And Morphling, now with the Brilliansaur up there on the bottom lane, but still not with the Brilliansaur up there on the bottom lane, didn't have enough mana to actually get that first blood. But Clockwork Goblin's actually in trouble up here on the top lane too. Fissure goes off. It's not going to be enough. Actually blocks CM away. So free winner just a little bit off there on that Fissure to try and block in that Clockwork Goblin.
Yeah, but I'm not sure if there was a little bit of miscommunication between the bottom lane gang right there, because I think they might have wanted to wait for Morphling to get the mana, but then again he was quite far away. He was on 120 or so. He would have needed 145. So yeah, I don't know if they could have waited that extra longer, because as you can see, Scourge side doesn't have a ward at the bottom lane. So Windrunner had absolutely no idea that the rogue net was coming for her.
Yeah, that was just literally a normal fall back there, and just basically wants to rely on, obviously Xbox is just like, you know what, I have my own reflexes, they're over steel trap, I can probably live through this one line. Now I'm in a bit of trouble here in the mid lane, stun goes off there. SF not wanting to make any more of that one, knowing that if he comes in any closer, one impale could actually spell doom for him. Lion still just firing up there. Dendai obviously going to be wanting to have as much mana as he possibly can the second he hits level 6, just to ensure that he can bring down that Shadow Fiend nice and fast. Sven still rotating around the lanes, only level 1. They can't let that happen for too long. They have to get a little bit more farm on top of him to make that Stormbolt actually worth something. Obviously, AoE stun's good, but you want to have it having that extra bit of damage in the area. So still looking to keep that harassment on that mid lane, while top lane still free farming, pushing this top tier 1 tower, which went down in 3 minutes last time, or 3 minutes 25 or 26 I think it was last time. Once again, we're going to see the same sort of thing happen. There's enough pressure being applied to it right now to almost bring it down, and they will actually get the last hits there. In fact, almost Sniper actually running back past the tower to ensure Clockwork Goblin is not there to actually get the deny as well. Great position play.
Yep, great play from Artstar. I mean, I thought he might have missed the tower back then, but then he just went straight in to push the Clockwork back a little bit. And then bottom lane you can see right now dueling with the Windrunners, the Witch Doctor.
Oh, morphs! Waves!
He hits it!
Malady is off as well too. They actually go focus fire. The Witch Doctor is on 4 HP. Malady will actually spell the doom of it. One more hit is the Malady that actually gets it. VT walks away with 4 HP as well as the first blood. He is going to be one hell of a happy camper.
I think he was really lucky back then.
I think anyone who's actually on 4 HP and lives can definitely be considered as lucky. And now Morphling buys up a Ring of Health as well for his services of free farming. Well, not free farming, but for that farm he's actually had on that bottom lane.
Yeah, and still, like you said, Tobi, the Rogue Knight is still on level 1 and he's still camping around at mid, trying to get that. Shadow Fiend have a better time. Oh, here they go.
Great stun, great stun. Lion, Dendai. 97 HP. Escape comes out there and Nevermore caught off mana again too. So not enough to actually pop off a raise. ES now runs back in towards the mid as well. Pops out a couple of wards, so a little bit more vision will be coming out here for Nami. While Lion's trying to regen himself up, or at least the clarity potion is actually what popped off. He's actually got very, very little health right now, but wants to pop this finger off once before he actually leaves this mid lane. Now comes down, ES Fissure, look for the impale, he went for the raise, doesn't going to put out the finger, and that is actually a great fissure as well, forcing him to actually go around the side there. Dendai actually lost the vision on the high ground because the fissure actually wore off for the vision and couldn't actually put the final finger blast into it, but it doesn't matter because wish shot to VT gets caught out in the bottom lane. So the man who got the first blood now actually gets blooded straight back.
Yep, and Tendi gets to pull it off anyway, so he's going to be a happy man to go back and come back and fight the Shadow Fiend once again, and Shadow Fiend gets the haste rune. The ward is... oh, okay. The ward is kind of awkwardly positioned.
That's a very, like, obviously Blast is just wanting to keep the vision up a little bit higher so he can actually go for those blind raises.
Yes.
That's literally all it's there for. There's a weird position for it. Frost goes off, Fidget goes off as well. That's trying to push him back there. He pops off the haste rune as well, so he has a bottle charges just in case he needs them. Sven's still hanging around as well, looking for a bit of fun. Nothing's really going to come for it though, and basically once again, both lanes going back to where they were before. We actually have a solo versus solo down the bottom lane. Morphling going up against Windrunner, while all the action's still happening around mid lane. ES hanging around as well. CM's in the neighborhood, looking for this initiation on the middle lane. Dendi just moving up a little bit closer as well. Finger should be off cooldown in a couple of seconds, I think. It should actually still be... no, it's actually got a while to go. 80 seconds left on that cooldown for that finger. He must have actually used it a second time. Unless that cooldown is just freaking huge. Didn't think it was that big.
No.
I thought it was 90 seconds.
It's that huge. The cooldown on level 1 finger is really huge. So he's only used it once, and yes, the cooldown is correct. So he hasn't used it for the second time yet.
Oh, long time to be without a finger. Dendi is now, no pun intended, guys.
Bottom lane, Maledict going off. Oh, Waveform comes in a little too early, doesn't get the Maledict damage on it, but physical hit should do it, yep.
Yeah, nicely actually played there with VT getting the last hit off Morphling. Obviously being late on the wave doesn't actually go, it does still do the damage, but you're right, it doesn't actually stack onto the back of the Maledict. But it doesn't matter in the end, they still actually walk away with it.
Yep, just in time for another hit before he pulls off a lucky escape. Oh, the hook! Oh, wow! Wow, Dendi, you lucky bastard! That missed him by like an inch! Less than an inch.
Didn't actually see that hook, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Mapping still coming out here. Sven on the back of the speed, running up towards the top lane. Thinks he might want to have a crack there at Art Styles. The haste is actually now wearing off with Clockwork Goblin now coming up towards that top lane. He's obviously the one who actually has that ultimate of the hook. Just let him jump in there. CM now coming in as well as Art Style. Wants to get a little bit closer. Frost just nicking the edge of the Clockwork Goblin. Then the scatter shot going in towards that top lane as well. Rocket pops off. That's obviously going to be level 1, possibly a level 2. Rocket for the amount of damage actually just did to the Dwarven Sniper and CM. Level 4 Rocket would have knocked CM down to half HP very easily.
Yeah, and they're probably going to just bring down this tower straight away. Shrapnel is scatter shot should be on level 4, and wow, that would be a lot of gold for the sniper right from the start, compared to the fact that Sentinel still has no towers down. But Morphling is doing a pretty decent job for himself, 41 to 17, whereas the highest that we have on the Scourge side is the Lion, and Lion is going straight for the kill finger. Yep, he gets it. And back to what I was saying earlier on, Lion has 25 to 9. Sniper has 44 to 5. Oh my bad. Sniper is doing just as good. And he has tower go on top of him, so he's way richer than Morphling as of now. Although Morphling has 2 assists to his name. Yeah.
It's like Tower still getting slightly damaged there, but 160 HP. It's 162 in fact. Not allowing it to actually be denied, which is really going to start to piss off the Sentinel side. Scatter shot goes off once again. They just want to finish off this tower, which they should be able to do so as well. CM puts in 1 hit. Dwarven Sniper actually gets the last hit off the back of it with the shrapnel, I believe, which actually does a small amount of damage towards the tower. And it was enough.
It does.
Now Stormbolt actually coming towards the bottom lane. Windrunner will have that extra speed on top of her. Wants to actually look. Now Bouncy Stone comes off. Maledict should actually pop off. Great Fisher comes and Shackle Shot on the back of VT, holding him in place long enough to actually get the kill there. Also great Totem as well, just slowing down VT's retreat, which he possibly could have actually done so as well, especially with Morphling hanging in the neighborhood as well as Sven. But it wasn't enough to actually allow him to actually escape. So 2 to 3. 10 minutes and 33 seconds into this game so far.
Yep. Yeah, and they're just making a move towards the mid lane, but Finger is down and...
Oh,
what
Fissure.
a kill by...
Fissure misses, Razor's hit, and that means the death of Lion. That is not what they wanted.
Bottom lane first, bottom lane, yes, the hook hits, and everything just goes in. But Tobi, you're just wondering, that kill at mid, I don't know what was Dandy thinking of, because Finger was down, he was on yellow health, there's no way you're going to pull off that kill.
I think it's just there to actually keep the harassment up there. When that ES Fissure actually locked in the wall, but didn't actually get the stun, I think it was a little bit disappointed with that one, and then just thought, you know what, I'm already here, we can actually do this. Obviously, you're right, well in over the head, razors pop off, and it doesn't come off for the goods. Sven and Rogue Knight now waiting for their mid gang to actually happen. If they can get that Storm Bolt, there goes the Storm Bolt, holds them up high. ES Fissure now comes through, Lion's in the play right now, actually locked out of his own side. Dendai has to move away from the Earthshake, or Earthshake has to do the same thing back again, but the bounce stun actually finally stops for him.
Yeah, and I can see the bottom tower is about to go down, but Windrunner is doing her best to keep it up. Windrunner has not done so well so far, but that's just to be expected because she was sucking up pressure from the tri-lane. Wow, what a race between these Goblin Sniper and the Morphling for the farm. And both of them are doing pretty damn good, but Morphling has a lot more kills and has a lot more denies. Kills are roughly around the same.
Yeah, deny that XP, obviously deny the gold as well. Well, not gold, obviously just XP if you're denying your own. But actually, yeah, you deny, yeah, screw it. I'll go with my original statement. Morphling still free farming that bottom lane as well. Perseverance up for him, so Scardy shouldn't be too far off for him. It's probably another 3,000 and a bit gold before they're ready for it. Rogue Knight now, she just pumps off the war cry.
Oh, brilliant hook.
Oh, mid lane once again, we can see Dendai getting called out. ES Fissure, great ES Fissure, might buy enough time, but no it's not. The Roccat actually comes in there from the little brother, and that is enough to actually get, the Razor comes in from the little brother, enough to actually get the kill with the support of Sven, and of course Clockwork Goblin once again making that initiation off, and ES doing whatever he can with the Fissure. Wasn't enough, line goes down, and that makes it 5-3, with the mid about to be pushed out, but we do actually have someone saying something about that. It's a Crystal Maiden with her Nova, now up to level 6 as well, and she actually decides to level Frostbite, and game data lagging. This is not a cool thing.
I don't think they've saved, have they?
Yes, I have.
Oh man.
Not recently though. Not recently. We're talking maybe 5-6 minutes ago, I think I remember it. Alright, game data is actually resumed. Actually got a cache of 17 seconds right now, so we'll actually go speed 4 to actually catch up live.
Alright.
Which hopefully shouldn't take too long. Map ping still going off, and we actually get lagged up again. So no matter what happens, we're going to have to buffer the game data to actually watch this game. CM Windrunner ES as well as Dwarven Sniper, all ready to push out this mid lane. We actually lag ourselves straight over the top of it. Scattershot actually comes up from Artstar as well, trying to actually get all those last hits, carting out one of the Trenants. The Shrapnel actually just slowing down Sven as well as SF, who now comes up. One Razor, second Razor, makes the most of the creep wave. None of the heroes though actually getting tagged off it. Windrunner running past the regen on that bottom lane.
Oh, Dandy.
Dandy might once again drop.
Blast isn't gonna like this right now. I mean, they're doing pretty good compared to previously, possibly. So, no, see, why don't you save the game?
Do not know. Do not know. 17 seconds.